It has been a while since I made a video, but as you can see, I have my C6 Z06 behind me. And today we're gonna talk about why I believe this is the only sports car that you need. You don't need to be spending 100 grand, 250K on trying to get something that's faster because you think it might be more fun or more enjoyable to drive as a driver's car. I really do believe that this is peak fun factor of a driver-focused car. From the 7-liter LS7 V8 that revs all the way to 7,000 RPM, to the 335 rear width tires, the insane braking with these ZR1 brakes, I don't think you need any other car. Like, you're not gonna up your fun factor by spending much more money than what one of these will cost. And it's just a timeless design. From the wide body look, it looks super stealthy, it looks slick, it looks aggressive. It's got a V8, whether you're the passenger or the driver, it's equally entertaining to be sitting in this thing when you're driving fast. It handles all the roads that you'd ever want to drive. It handles amazing on the track. People that have driven these and tracked these, or have been on the other end of having one of these come up behind them, they know what I'm talking about. They crush it on the track. You don't need to be spending over 100 grand on a sports car when you can pick one of these up with low miles for, let's call it 50K. What I also want to go over is what it costs to insure one of these, and then what your oil changes and maintenance are going to be. It's all very low when you compare it to basically any newer sports car. So let's hop in the car, go for a spin, and I'll go over some of the specifics. Let's pop that on the seatbelt right there. Well, let's do one of my favorite things about this car, starting it up. It just brings a smile to your face. Never gets old. The C6 Z06 is, in my opinion, in a class of its own. I don't believe you can find any other car that has a V8, 7 liters, over 500 horsepower, massive torque. This thing is a torque monster. It just pulls and pulls and pulls, and it does that in every gear, that you can insure with full coverage for around $75 a month in California. Now, I'm a 40-year-old driver, let's call it. I'll be 40 this year. To register this car, it's only gonna cost you $176 in the state of California, which is known for having its absurd registration fees and insurance fees. So when you put just those two things together, I don't know of a better car out there. Like, if you know of one, tell me in the comments. Oil changes. Everybody's got to do an oil change, right? To do an oil change in this car, you're gonna spend about 85 bucks, and you're gonna have some leftover oil. If you buy the $120 pack from Walmart, you'll have almost enough to do 2 oil changes, and that's for the Mobil 1 oil that I run in this car. That's what most people run. It's the Euro spec, it's great oil. So that's not really a high cost at all either. Maintenance on the brakes. Yeah, you're gonna have to change brake pads and rotors, and you're gonna have to do tires, especially if you're tracking the car. That's all normal maintenance that you'd have to do on any car though. So those are not expensive. You can find them readily. There's a bunch of brands that make stuff. I have the brakes on this car off the C6 ZR1. They are carbon ceramic, and they will last, they say, the lifetime of the car. Now that's for normal driving. If I'm tracking this thing hard, which currently I'm not, this is mostly a street car and something I take to the canyons and the mountain roads. So I have not had any problem with brake wear. What about gas? I run premium gas in this. I go through a tank basically every time I take it up to the mountains to have a fun day. Not a huge cost. I'm not driving this daily, and the gas mileage on the highway is really good. I'm getting 30 plus miles per gallon when I'm cruising on the highway. Now, who is this car for? Who's really gonna appreciate this car? A driver. Somebody that's looking for a sports car to actually go and drive it is gonna really appreciate this car. It rumbles. I mean, you are feeling the vibrations when you're sitting in the driver's seat of this car. As a passenger, it is also super enjoyable. I mean, it's an experience from the time you start this car to the time you turn it off. One of the best parts about this car is you don't need to take it to a track. You don't need to take it to some windy road to have fun with it. You can just take it down to the grocery store And just starting it up and cruising in it is super fun. You're gonna have a better day by picking this car to drive it to the grocery store and back than if you didn't. It's that enjoyable. Now, I purposely went out today during rush hour. There's a bunch of traffic. Everybody's getting off work and they're trying to get home, because I wanted to be able to show you the other perk of this car. It does totally fine in traffic. It's not some like absolute beast where you're having to like constantly fight the clutch and, you know, go through gears. Like, you could leave this thing in second or third gear and cruise around and it does everything you need it to do. This car is also plenty fast enough for the streets and for any kind of spirited driving you would want to do. You are not going to be able to tame this thing on the street and be hoping you had more power. Now, this car isn't 100% perfect. You are going to need to do some things to it. You're definitely going to want to address the heads, which anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000, depending what you have done and what shop is doing it, that'll get that taken care of. Another thing, this shifter isn't the best. The feel does get a little mushy, especially if you're really on it, you know, doing a hot track day, or if you're doing some really spirited driving for a long time in the canyons or up in the mountains. So I did order an MGW shifter. I haven't installed it yet. I will be putting that on. It's actually supposed to be here today. But really, just those two things are all you're gonna really wanna do. I mean, I don't even know what that shifter feels like because I haven't installed it yet, but I've heard really good things, so I'll report back on that. You know, there's so many accessories that you could add. There's a bunch of brands that are making great products for the C6 Z06 and all Corvettes for that matter. So if that's your thing and you really want to modify a car and change it from, you know, its stock setting, there's plenty of options out there for you guys to do that. I just think it's an amazing car. I really enjoy driving it. Every time I get into the car, it's an experience. I leave happier than when I entered the car. And I think that's the whole point of getting a sports car, is to have fun. You don't need to spend $350,000 these days on some super exotic supercar to have a good time. You can buy a C6 Z06, spend 50K, let's call it, and have an amazing experience every time you hop in the driver's seat. I mean, this is a 16-year-old car. Mine is a 2009, and I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell that. It has a timeless design. People ask me all the time, what year is that? I tell them, oh, it's a 2009. They say, no way. Especially if they're not super knowledgeable or in the Corvette scene. They just think it looks like a new car. You keep it nice, keep it garaged if you can, you know, put some wax on it, you're good to go. So I hope you guys look at getting into one of these. You will not regret it. Thanks for watching the video. If you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. That just helps me know that you guys are enjoying the videos, and I'll keep creating content.